Welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for taking some time to chill with me today. So, as promised, I know it took a little while, forgive me, but as promised, we have part 2 of my duo haul. I finally have all of my duos in, and I've been able to kind of play around with a few of them, not all of them, but I have 2, 4, 6, 7 here today that we're going to go over. So if that's something that you're interested in, then just keep on watching. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Naya. Here on my channel, I love all things fragrance, and I sprinkle in some beauty here and there. So if that's your thing, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, become a member of my YouTube family. I hope that you like and share this video as it helps my channel to continue to grow, and I greatly appreciate it. If you're one of my OG returning subscribers, run to the front and say it with me. You guys are the bomb, and I appreciate you so much. Before we jump into Dua, I want to show you my scent of the day, which is Ethereal by Lattafa. Look at my dent, guys. I have been reaching for her. I have been loving her. She is absolutely gorgeous. I will link my video for Ethereal above so you can check that out on your free time. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you have been loving lately and what you have been reaching for. So I would love to know that. So, like I said, we have 7 duos here. The first one that I'm going to go over is going to be Cake of Vanilla 109. Dua does such a great job with the bottles, right? Really cute. So this one is inspired by, if I'm looking over here, guys, my laptop is set up over here, but this one is inspired by 109 by Scent Bar, and this is considered to be a gourmand fragrance, and this has notes of exotic fruit, tonka beans, vanilla, caramel, and creamy notes. So you know that I'm a vanilla girl. You know I'm a gourmand girl at heart. So when I saw this, I said, let's just go ahead and add another vanilla to the collection, right? Give that one a spray. Such a cute bottle. Cake of Vanilla 109. Okay. So this one I remember spraying on the back of my hand. I didn't give this one a full wear test yet, but you get a little bit of that fruitiness off the top, but right behind it you get that sweet cakey vanilla feel. This is good. I really like this. This is a grown gourmand. This is a wearable gourmand, in my opinion. This isn't childish. This is something that you can wear when you just want a really pretty, sweet, slightly unique vanilla scent. It's not overly foody, but you do get a sense of a vanilla cake, a decadent vanilla cake. You get a sense of that with maybe some fresh tropical fruits on top, but it's not overly foody. I don't know if that makes sense. Saying that it smells like a cake, but it's not overly foody. It has that rich, dense vanilla feel to it that's giving like a cake vibe with a touch of some sweet fruits in there. This is nice. I'm getting a little bit of that caramel as well. It's kind of just feels like it's drizzled on top. This is pretty. I really like this. I feel like this is something that I would probably reach for going into the cooler months. So very end of summer, when it's starting to drift into fall, going into winter, I feel like this is when I would grab for this one, because that vanilla is dense and it feels sweet, but it's not overly foody, but it is a sweet scent. I really like this one. If you're looking for just it's not a straightforward vanilla, but it's nothing groundbreaking either. Just a slightly unique vanilla with a little fruity note added to it. I think you would really enjoy this one. So Cake of Vanilla 109. I really like that one. Like I said, for me, I'm a seasonal wearer. You wear your perfume whenever you want. But for me, I would probably grab for that very end of summer when we're starting to get those cooler evenings going into fall and winter. I think that one is really, really pretty. And so the next one that I have is going to be Guava Candy Swirl. And I'm going to tell you why I got this one. I got this one because it is inspired by a MAC fragrance. Let me pull it up really quick. This is inspired by Candy Yum Yum by MAC. And I had a little FOMO, right? Because recently I've been seeing reviews on Candy Yum Yum, and I'm like, okay, I've never tried that one. And then out of nowhere, Dua came up with their version. So I said, well, Dua's going to be stronger. Dua's probably going to last longer. So let me check out their version of Candy Yum Yum. And some of the notes in this one is going to be pink guava, cherry blossom, cotton candy, vanilla, and Moroccan iris. So I did spray this one on the back of my hand. I think I'm recently in a guava kick because I want to say I've purchased about 4 perfumes and the main note was guava. So I think that's kind of where I am right now in my perfume collection. But this is guava forward. It is very tropical feeling. It has like that sweet tart feel going on. And it's pretty. It almost smells like there's some bergamot in here, but there isn't any bergamot listed. Pink guava, cherry blossom, iris, cotton candy, and vanilla. But I'm getting a sweet tart tropical guava feel, and it also feels like it's accompanied by some bergamot or some lemon. Not getting a whole lot of vanilla. Again, this is on paper and not on skin, so we know perfume comes alive on your skin, but on paper that guava is forward, it is sweet. So if you are looking for a guava forward tropical feeling fragrance, then I think that this would really, really suit you. I think that it is not overly sweet because again, I'm feeling like there's some bergamot or some lemon in there accompanied with that guava. Yeah, not overly sweet. It's kind of like a sweet tart feel to it. But I think this is pretty. Am I excited about it? Not right now. I think I was expecting something a little more. Maybe playing with this on my skin, maybe letting it sit for a little while. I want to get a little more of that vanilla and more of that cotton candy. So maybe that will happen on skin. To me, this gives just that tropical guava with the feel of some lemon, and I'm not getting a lot of vanilla. I'm not getting a lot of iris. I'm not getting a lot of cotton candy. So maybe letting this one sit will help it. And also, of course, playing with it on skin to really see if I get some more of that sweetness. But it is pretty. Everything doesn't have to be sticky sweet, but I want this one to be a little sweeter for my preference. This is kind of giving more of like a guava sorbet. You know, it's not a guava ice cream cotton candy. It's not a sweet guava. It's giving more of like a guava sorbet, if that makes sense. But it is pretty. You may be into that. This isn't a bad fragrance. I'm going to let this one sit and play with it a little more on skin and see what I get. But that is Guava Candy Swirl. The next one that I have is going to be Parisian Nights of Patchouli. And so this one is a Guerlain inspired fragrance, and I just feel like Dua does Guerlain fragrances right. I have a few other inspired by Guerlain fragrances from Dua, and they just really seem to do those fragrances right, in my opinion. They smell just very classy. They smell elegant. They smell sophisticated. So I enjoy the Guerlain inspirations from Dua. So whenever they're coming out with a new Guerlain inspiration, I will normally 9 times out of 10 jump on it. So this one is inspired by Patchouli, Paris. And so some of the notes in this one is going to be aldehydes, patchouli, iris, vanilla, ambergris accord, and musk. And so this one, I did play with this on the back of my hand one day, and this is definitely for the patchouli lovers. This is an earthy patchouli. Please do not get this thinking that you're just going to get a drop of patchouli and you're going to get the vanilla and the ambergris and the musk. No. This is patchouli forward. It is very earthy, but it's done in a sophisticated, elegant way. Very classy, very unique, but also very earthy. This is the earthy type of patchouli. Yeah. But it's done so well. It really feels like a Guerlain fragrance. Like if you closed your eyes and you didn't know what the bottle looked like, you would think that this was just such a classy, elegant, sweet, earthy patchouli scent. And I love this. If you love patchouli, I feel like it is done right in this fragrance. It is earthy, but it doesn't feel like it's unwearable. It feels like if it's cool outside, fall or winter, I feel like it would be appropriate then. Yeah, the more it sits on this paper and dries down, I really enjoy this. Now, I will say, I remember testing this one on the back of my hand, and that opening, you get that burst of that earthiness. You're definitely going to get it, but as it starts to mellow out and dry down on the skin, a little more of that vanilla comes through, a little more of the ambergris comes through, so you get a little more of that musk, you get a little more of the other notes. The earthiness stays there throughout the wear, at least it did on the back of my hand, but it does mellow out and it lets the other notes come into play. But you are getting earthy patchouli with this scent. So again, Parisian Nights of Patchouli. This is for the patchouli lovers, and I really, really like that. I would reach for that fall and winter. I can't wait to wear that like on a cool fall evening. I feel like that would be really appropriate for that. Really, really pretty. Okay. The next one is a newer release, and this one is going to be, oh, I love this bottle. It is so cute. I hope you can see it. Rice Baby. Look at the rice in there. That is so cute. I think that is so pretty. This is inspired by White Rice by Diana. I hope I'm pronouncing that one right. And so this one has notes of rice, pandan. I've never heard of that note. Pandan. Orris, jasmine, tonka bean, and white musk. This is a clean one. Okay, let's give this one a spray. I think that bottle is so cute. Okay, rice forward. And that's what I was looking for. I've been on a rice kick lately. That is very pretty. So this isn't beast mode right now. It doesn't feel like this fragrance is going to be a beast mode fragrance. It smells like it's going to sit a little closer to the skin. It feels like it's going to kind of play the role of your skin, but better. But that rice is present, it's forward, it's slightly sweet. This isn't an overly sweet fragrance. This kind of just has more of a natural kind of skin, slightly musk scent to it, right? Slightly sweet, but it's more rice than anything. And I've never heard of pandan, never heard of that note. I'm not getting a lot of jasmine. I feel like maybe on skin you may pull more of those notes, but on paper right now this is rice forward. It's slightly sweet with that vanilla. It feels like your skin but better. If you're into rice fragrances, I feel like this is a unique one. It is literal in my opinion. It is rice. With some other nice touches to it. So I'm curious to see how this one is going to play on skin, because I feel like the longer it sits on this paper, other notes are trying to come through. So yes, it is a rice forward scent, but on skin I feel like it may play a little differently. You're going to still get that rice, but I feel like some other notes are going to try to come through. But even now, let me just like spray this on the back of my hand. I'm going to let that one sit on the back of my hand because I'm curious to see what that rice is going to do on skin. So I have it here on the back of this hand. So at the end of the video, I'll come back and just see what it's doing. But it is rice forward on my skin. It is rice forward. And it's just slightly sweet, slightly sweet. I like that. It kind of puts me in the mind frame of, is it water paper? The one that I got from Dua, that is a diptyque inspiration. It kind of puts me in the mind frame of that. Not saying that they smell alike, but it's kind of under that same umbrella. So if you've smelled that one, if you smelled water paper or you have that, then it kind of puts me in the same umbrella as that. They're not the same, but just similar. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that one. Definitely unisex right now. I feel like a man or a woman could wear this. Right now, it is literally a rice scent that is slightly sweet, but not overly sweet. So that's where we are right now with Rice Baby. So at the end of the video, I will come back and say if it's changed at all. So the next one that I have, I was kind of watching reviews on Armani's Vert Malachite. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And I saw that Dua had their version of it, so I wanted to try it. So this one is Green Mineral. Pretty bottle there. And again, like I said, this is inspired by Vert Malachite by Armani. This one has notes of bitter orange, petitgrain, jasmine sambac, ylang ylang, pink pepper, lily, vanilla, and benzoin. And so look at that dark juice. First of all, it came like this. And I was like, okay, she's ready. So, you know, I kind of had a little FOMO with this one and wanted to try it. So I said, Dua has their version. Let me smell it and see what I think. This is jasmine forward. This is sweet. Wow, this is pretty. This is really pretty. This feels like you would dress this up. It feels a little classy. It feels a little elegant, sophisticated. You get that floral touch going through with the jasmine and the ylang. It is sweet. This is a sweet fragrance. So you have to enjoy sweet. You have to enjoy a nice jasmine and ylang combination. This is good. I wonder though on skin if this jasmine is going to get a little indolic, because I feel like I'm getting a little tinge of that on the paper. And I'm gonna tell you, my skin, it can have a million notes in a fragrance and the last note can say a drop of jasmine, and my skin is going to amp up that jasmine like no other. I've recently learned that my skin and jasmine, oh, I'm going to pick it up immediately. So I'm just wondering how this jasmine is going to play on my skin. But this is really good. So, okay, I was going to say, I feel like I'm getting some orange in here. So that's from that bitter orange, the jasmine, the ylang. I'm not getting a feel of pink pepper, but again, on skin, it can do anything. Definitely getting a ton of vanilla here. Definitely getting a ton of vanilla. This is a sweet fragrance. It is pretty. It feels grown. It feels elevated, right? It feels sophisticated. I really like this. So now what I'm getting, a little bit of that orange is really starting to come out, and it's not taking over the jasmine, but it's definitely making its way to the forefront. I like this. I'm glad I got this. Okay, green mineral. Glad that I got that one in my collection. The next one, guys, is a newer release, and this one is called Almond Vanilla. And this is inspired by Vanille Exquis by Kriegler. I hope I'm saying that right, guys. I don't have my glasses on. But this one was said to be a Kriegler boutique exclusive for the Four Seasons in West Palm Beach, Florida. So they said that this one was, kind of hard to make, kind of hard to get. So when I saw that, I was excited about it. I'm a vanilla girl. I also love almonds. So I said, I definitely want to try this one. I feel Dua does a great job with the Kriegler inspiration. So I wanted to try this. This has notes of vanilla, almond, cashmere, and musk. So let's give this one a try and see what we get. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that is so pretty. That almond is done so nicely in here. This is sweet with that vanilla. It's slightly powdery. It almost feels like there's a fruit in here. Maybe that almond is kind of giving a slight cherry vibe. Very, very slight though. Oh, this is so good. It almost gives almost like a baby powder vibe, but in a good way. Oh my gosh, you're getting the cashmere and the musk. Oh, this is pretty. Simple, but pretty. That's the best way to describe this. That cashmere and that musk running through here just makes this just very cozy feeling. And that vanilla and that almond is sweet. That almond is giving just a touch of a cherry vibe, but more almond than cherry. Oh, this is good. It's powdery in my opinion. This is cozy. This is cold weather. This is we're snuggled up on the couch. This is pretty. Cozy, sweet is the best way to describe this one. Yeah. Almond vanilla. Oh, just how that bottle just looks cozy. It feels like that. I really like this one. So pretty. Oh, I'm so glad I got this one. Almond vanilla. So pretty, guys. If you could get your hands on that one. If you're a vanilla lover, if you love slightly powdery, if you love like that cashmere feel, that cashmere scent with a slight musk, get that one. That is so pretty. Okay, so my last one that I have is called Creamy Coconut Cherry. And I think I have an old bottle because on the website, there's a newer bottle. This is a Dua Original. So some of the notes in this one is going to be coconut, cherry, milk, black currant, tuberose, freesia, pink pepper, ginger, praline, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, and musk. So a lot going on in this one. I think I wanted this one because I was on a coconut kick that week and wanted to add this coconut to my collection. And the fact that it had cherry in it, I said, okay, that's a nice little combination, right? So that's pretty. The cherry is the star right now. Yeah, that's a nice sweet red, like maraschino cherry. That's good. It's creamy from that milk. It's sweet. Wow. And then the coconut is starting to come through. This is making my mouth water. So this smells like you took milk, coconut, maraschino cherries, some vanilla, and you put it in a blender and you made like a coconut cherry milkshake. That's what this smells like. Heavy on the cherry. Yeah, that's good. That is so good. What else was in this one? Praline, vanilla. Okay, so I'm getting kind of like a sweet, salty vibe. Okay. This is good. This is a dessert, but still wearable, in my opinion. So, cherry forward, creamy. That milk isn't making it lactonic. It's just giving it like a creamy vibe. Now, I'm not sure what that milk would do later on your skin. So, if you're sensitive to milk notes, I'm not sure how that would play on skin. But right now, the milk is just kind of giving it a creamy vibe. This is really good, really sweet. I wouldn't call this like a tropical scent. I would just call it a sweet, creamy coconut cherry milkshake type of vibe. I like that with that praline and that vanilla. Really, really good. Okay, creamy coconut cherry. I really, really like that one. That one, in my opinion, could probably go into the fall months, into the cooler months. Yeah, really, really pretty. Glad that I have that one. So that was my last one. So now let's go back to Rice Baby. I have that here on my hand. And it is giving like that water paper vibe that I mentioned before, which is a diptyque inspiration. It is giving like that water paper vibe. That rice note is still there. It's still very present. This is not an overly sweet fragrance. This is very unisex, straight down the middle. A man or a woman could wear this. I don't feel like it leans either way. Some people may feel like it would lean a little to the masculine side. But I feel like you could wear this and layer it with other fragrances if you want to sweeten it up. But it's definitely on my skin kind of giving like those your skin but better type of scents. It kind of sits a little close to the skin, but in a rice fragrance, not in a musky or floral or gourmand. It is a rice fragrance. I like it, but I could see people not really digging this one. I personally like it because I love rice fragrances. So just keep that in mind. It is a rice fragrance and it's not like a sticky rice pudding. It's not ooey gooey or anything like that. No, it's not like that. It's like someone steamed some rice in a pot and you took the lid off and you're smelling the rice. That's the feel of this one. I like it. I like it. I am happy with everything in my collection. I will definitely let some of these sit, especially the Guava Candy Swirl. I'll come back to that one if I feel like I need to update you guys. I definitely will. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you come back, subscribe to my channel, become a member of my YouTube family. Also like and share this video, guys. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you have tried any of these fragrances and what you think. Until the next time, guys, bye.